What's up, YouTube? This is Cooking with Doug. And today we're going to do something a little different. Guys, welcome to my new playlist. It's called 2025 Easy Pressure Cooker Recipes. Now, ironically, 10 years ago was the first time I got my first pressure cooker. And I was terrified of using it. And I know that there's still a bunch of people 10 years later that still are afraid of these machines. So let me just get rid of some myths about this machine that some of you are holding on to. I don't know why, but it's okay. I'm here for you. So, no matter what pressure cooker you buy nowadays, the ones that you plug in. So we're not talking about the ones that your great granny or granny used to use that you put on the stove. We're not talking about those. I'm not using those. I don't care to use those. Those are not even popular. If you put in pressure cooker, those won't even come up usually. We're talking about the machines that you plug in, like you saw in the beginning of this video. And you have a couple popular brand names that come to mind. Obviously, Instant Pot, Cosori is another one, Ninja is another one. But the great thing about pressure cooking, guys, pressure cooking itself and these machines that you plug in, they all work the same. There's no real advantage between one or the other. No real advantage. So that's the great thing. It's not the case so much with air fryers. Some actually do air fry better than others sometimes. Sometimes some are mainly bigger or smaller, but most on average, pressure cookers are the same size, which is 6-quart. You can get bigger, but on average, it's just the same size. So it's pretty much standard across the board, which is great. So whatever one you like, whether it be for pricing, whether how it looks on your counter, or maybe a bunch of your friends have that particular model, have at it. You don't have to worry about it. And whatever makes you feel comfortable, there's really no advantage there. So that's a great thing, at least about pressure cooking. So right away, without any further ado, I want to go ahead and dive into the biggest fear about pressure cookers that a lot of folks have, and that they think it's going to explode. Now, that could have been the case. That could have been the case to those ones that you put on the stove, yes. But to these that you plug in, they have a bunch of built-in safety features where that's literally impossible to happen, literally. Because in order for these pressure cookers to come to pressure, you would have to close it properly, which is not hard to do. You close it and you hear it click. And then on the side, it usually has a little lever where you can put it to seal or vent, or seal or release. So you have to close it, just, clockwise, boom, it clicks. Then you put the little lever to seal. And then you hit start. You put in the minutes you need and you hit start. And then, 4 or 5 minutes, it boils and it gets to that high pressure, and then it locks into the pressure because you put it to the seal. So if you didn't put it, if you forgot to put it on seal, it won't come to pressure. It will just stay at a high boil, equivalent to your stove in a pot of water. So pressure, when it comes to pressure in a pressure cooker, it's probably like 4 times the heat of your boiling water, or at least 2 times, at least. I don't really know, but it's much hotter than a boiling water on your stove when it gets to pressure. So if you don't close it right, A, and if you don't put it on seal, B, it will just come to a high boil, equivalent to your stove. So that's a safety feature in itself. So, and on top of that, let's say you walked away and you didn't cover right, you didn't do one of those two, and it'll keep boiling like it is on the stove. And once the water evaporates, it will just say, it will have an error message. Burn, it'll either say burn on the screen or it'll give some type of error and then just go to keep warm. So again, these have built-in safety features to eliminate any real damage. So it's really nothing to worry about. Now, the next biggest fear that people have is when you have to release the pressure. So now, you know, after you locked it correctly, you closed it correctly, you put it on seal, you put your minutes in, you hit start. Now the time it's got the pressure, the time has elapsed, and now it's time to release the pressure because it's done. Now that could be scary to people, and we're going to show you that again, you're not going to blow up. I'm going to actually stick my hand right on top of the venting process. Now I'll stick it there for like 5 seconds because it does get hot, but I'm going to show you could stick it there and my hand doesn't melt away like I dipped it in lava or something. No, it's hot. I'm not suggesting that you put your hand there, but if you had to put your hand there for 3 seconds to move it from seal to vent, no problem. That's what I want to show you today. And also, without further ado, if you know someone with a pressure cooker, whatever they have, as long as it plugs in and they're not using it, I encourage you to send them this video because we want to make you comfortable in there, because there's a bunch of foods that we can make that are super simple and that I'm going to show you that we can make in the pressure cooker that's going to save us time, it's going to save us money, because you're going to make restaurant quality food with this. You're going to be surprised at some of the recipes that we're going to make. And it's just going to blow your mind. But we're going to do the water test now, and then we're going to show you how easy it is to get it to pressure and release the pressure and, yeah, all that stuff. So let's go. And like I said, this is the Cosori pressure cooker. A lot of you have the Cosori air fryer. And like I said before, there's 3 major brands that I would recommend. Of course, it's Instant Pot, it's Cosori, it's Ninja. But there are many other brands that you can get as far as pressure cooking, because as far as pressure cooking is concerned, like I said before, there's really no advantage. The advantage of pressure cookers per se, in this case, is like, for instance, this one. Not only can it pressure cook, it can slow cook, it can ferment, it can sous vide, it can steam, it can sterilize. There's so many other things that it can do other than pressure cook. Whereas, so this is on sale right now. I think it's like 80 bucks. Maybe one that's, I don't know, 50, 60 bucks can only pressure cook. Well, that's fine for this playlist, because I'm only going to do pressure cooker recipes. So I'm not going to slow cook. I'm not going to ferment. I'm not doing anything else but pressure cook. So whatever pressure cook you get, you can join along and make these recipes. But if you don't have a pressure cooker, I would definitely suggest this. This is giving you a lot of bang for your buck. But again, no worries. If there's a particular one that you want to buy, go ahead, get it. I just want you to get it and start making these super duper easy recipes, either for yourself or you and a loved one, or you and your family. Doesn't matter. This is a ceramic insert, but no worries. I love ceramic. Stainless steel is what's mostly common in pressure cookers. So most of your inserts will be silver. No problem. No problem at all. So anyway, what we're going to do now is I'm going to put 2 cups of water in there. Now, it doesn't matter. I could put 4 cups, 6 cups, 10 cups of water in there. I'm just going to put 2 cups of water in there. Now, the only difference in the cups of water, if I put 1 cup of water in there, it will come to pressure faster than 2 cups. And 3 cups will take longer than 2 cups. You get the point. All right, guys, I'm going to put my 2 cups of water in there. Just like that. A little close up. Now, before we cover it back, I want to give you a tip. So this is the cover. You see the back? You see this piece in the back here? This part right here? Okay? You're going to just line that up with this part here in the back. You see that? You're going to line that up with that in the back. And remember, I told you about the safety features. If you don't do it right, you're not going to hear the jingle. So that's another safety. So you want to have it towards the left. You just put it down, just like that, right? And now we're going to go righty-tighty. See? Once we can do this, we know we're good. Righty-tighty. Can't go no more. See? Can't go no more. All right, so we're good there. All right, so usually to the right of the machine, you're going to have your seal and vent valve. Now, yours may look different than mine. This is a little more high-tech and more modern. Usually it looks like a little a dial thingy like that, but this is just like that. But I'm going to get a little closer so you can see. So this is how we're going to put the pressure cooker to seal. I'll show you. Now, one of the advantages of getting this type of pressure cooker or, the latest Instant Pot, the latest Ninja, it will automatically put it on seal. See, watch. All right, let me put it on vent. So I put it on vent just now. Watch what happens when I put it to the right, righty-tighty. It went right back to seal. So with these particular pressure cookers, it's even more... it even has more safety features. So you don't even have to remember on these newer ones to put it on seal. It's just going to put it on seal automatically. The only thing you have to remember to do with these is put it to vent or release when, the time has elapsed. Maybe you're making whatever you're making for 10, 15, 5 minutes. Whenever that time elapsed, you have to remember to hit vent. And then you'll release the pressure. But we're going to get to that in a second. Let's put it back to seal. And let's go back to the back of the top cover. So this is the pin right here. When it gets to pressure, this pin is going to rise up a little, maybe to the top of this circle. And this is the vent. This is where the pressure comes out. So when I hit vent, the steam comes out of here. And I'm going to put my hand just like that right on top of it for maybe 6-7 seconds to show you that my hand won't burn off. Now, of course, I don't recommend you put your hand there longer than that, but a lot of your pressure cookers, the older pressure cookers that you plug in, the valve is closer to this than how it is on this one. But I'm just going to let you know that if you had to put your hand there for, 1 second, no big deal. Nothing's going to happen. Everything's fine. Your nail polish won't melt off. You know what I'm saying. All right, now, without further ado, I'm going to hit pressure cook. And it's at 7, so I'm going to adjust the time. I'm going to put it down to 3 because it's just a test. And I'm going to hit start. Now, if yours doesn't have a start, just don't do anything. Put it to the desired time. You could do 3, 4, 5 minutes, whatever. There's no reason to do longer than 3 minutes because we're just doing the test. The point of this is to get you familiarized, to put your foods to pressure and to release the pressure. I want to get you familiar with that because once you're familiar with that, then now you can then take advantage of the thousands of recipes online and make them. Because that's what's keeping you back. You're scared of this process. So I want to eliminate you being scared. So usually you'll have a meter right up here and it says preheating right here. So it's just letting you know the process and how long we're going through it. So that's what it's doing. It's preheating. So it's boiling and warming up the water to that pressure cooker level, and it'll let us know. You'll hear that. Now this process takes. The more liquid you have in there, the more food you have in there, the longer it takes. I don't think it'll ever take longer than 8 minutes, but usually on average it'll take at least 3-4 minutes for sure. But this is going to tell us along the way, and as it gets closer, you'll hear a little whistle from the machine, so you can tell that it's getting closer. And you'll see that pin kind of jump up and down. And we're going to show you all of that, by the way, so don't worry. But right now it's preheating. It takes at least 4 minutes. So, oh, and also I want to let you know another safety feature. So once your time has elapsed, like in this case, when the 3 minutes is up and I release the pressure, guess what? It's going to automatically go to keep warm. So let's say I'm cooking whatever I'm cooking, and I don't want to talk about food because there's so many recipes that we're going to cook. I don't want to give anything away yet because we're going to have at least 10 to 15 recipes by the end of this year for sure. And we're going to start with recipe number 1 tomorrow. And this is Saturday evening that I'm recording this. So by Sunday, you'll have your first cook for sure. So it'll go to keep warm. So it'll keep your food warm. So you could keep it on, keep warm. It'll keep warm, won't burn your food. It'll just keep it warm. So you could have stepped away, and that automatically happens. You could have stepped away for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 10 minutes. It's keeping your food warm by default, which is absolutely fantastic. Now you can see it moved up a bar in the preheating phase. I don't know if my camera's picking it up, but it's making a little hissing noise right now. That's how you can tell things are going. You see that right there? Remember that I said the pin's going to rise when it gets to pressure? You see? So if you didn't have it sealed correctly, it wouldn't even get to that point. So now the pin has risen. So now in a couple of seconds, it will start the countdown. That means it's locked in, and we're really close to getting that pressure right now. It's locked in. And usually about 1 to 2 minutes after that pin going up like that, well, in this case, it was literally like 20 seconds. Then the countdown will start. So now you see the 3 minutes have started. So in 3 minutes, it will be done. And then we'll release the pressure. So I'll be back in a little under the 3 minutes. And as you can see, this says cooking up here. And you can see we are cooking. And it's under 3 minutes left. So for my people in the back, if you don't close it properly and put it on seal, that pin would never go up. If that pin never goes up, then it will not come to pressure. Safety built in. We got a couple more seconds left, and there you go. Now, you see, keep warm is lit up. So now, right now, it's keeping it warm. And what's going on now is what we call in pressure cooker language. We didn't release the pressure, so it's called a natural release. So I want to educate you on this. So if we did nothing right now, we didn't put it to release or vent, should I say, then it will naturally release it. So it will release the pressure very slowly. It will take about, I don't know, between 20 and 30 minutes to release. So if you went outside and you put something in there and you got locked out of your house, it would release the pressure by fire, by force in 20 to 30 minutes, whether you like it or not. Which again, is a safety feature built in. So it will release the pressure and just go and keep warm until you have entry back into your house or till you get back to the pressure cooker. And then let's say if a day passed, I don't know, when the water evaporates on the bottom and there's nothing, then it will just shut off. Built-in safety features for you guys. All right, guys, the moment we all been waiting for. I'm going to push it to vent. Boom. Now watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, it was hot then. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 seconds before it gets hot. But you see I didn't blow up. Nothing happened. 1, 2, 3, 4. So see? Now when all the pressure is released, you'll see this pin drop back down. Now look, I'm trying to open it, I can't. I'm trying and I can't. Until this pin drops down, you cannot open it. I repeat, you cannot open it. I don't care if you're the Hulk. You cannot open it. Now you can open it. Why? The pin has dropped back down. That tells the machine all the pressure is released and it's safe to open it now. And that's another safety feature built in. So see, watch. See? Okay. All right, so let's open it up. And that's it. We did it, guys. That's simple. Now what you can do is I would hit cancel in the front, and that would take it off, keep warm, and then it would just be off. And now we can take out our food or keep it in there. You could take a mitt and take this out, put it in your refrigerator, and serve whenever you want, or transfer it to Tupperware or another container, whatever have you. And it's just that simple, guys. It's really, literally just that simple. Now, this water in here is at least twice as hot as your stovetop water. It is extremely hot. So don't be fooled on that. Now, don't play around with that water. have a mitt, don't play around with that. It's very hot. But guys, we're going to make some exciting recipes. Super easy for you and your family. You're going to love them all. I'm telling you. So stay tuned for that. So I hope you found this video useful. And again, if you know someone with a pressure cooker that is scared to use it, definitely send them this video. If you know someone that doesn't have a pressure cooker because they're scared out of their mind to even use one, they haven't even bought one, they're so nervous, definitely send them this video, because I'm telling you, after seeing this and a couple of easy videos that we're going to be doing, I'm telling you, they'll be more comfortable trying to, purchase one or take it out the box and use it, because it's super easy. And we're going to make some easy, yummy foods. Everything I'm going to make, 90% of the foods I'm going to make is going to take under 30 minutes to make. So it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So stay tuned. And again, thank you for watching this. And yeah, that's all I got. So hit like if you like it. Remember to subscribe. And if anything, thanks for just looking at my video. And again, tomorrow, right away, we're going to jump into a yummy, easy, under 20-minute recipe. And it's going to be absolutely fantastic for you and your family. So just keep it locked here. It's Cooking with Doug. I'll catch you on the next video.